I was 35, and Earl Spence was 22. 22 or 23. I'm gonna say 22. Could have been 23, but I'm gonna say 22. When I fought Canelo, I was 36, and Canelo was 23, around the same age. I don't think he should be fighting at 147 at all. I don't even think he should be fighting at 154. I think he should be fighting at 160 or 168.
Who are you fooling, Floyd Mayweather? Who do you think you're fooling? Listen, I was bored that night, not last night. You're trying to set up Errol the True Spence versus Canelo Alvarez at 168. Aren't you?
Or I was in his corner. I think he should be fighting at 160 or 168.
You moved the tombstones, but you didn't move the bodies, didn't you?
Son of a bitch, you moved the cemetery, but you left the bodies, didn't you?
Hey, look, first of all, shout out to Fight Hype for nailing that interview with Floyd Mayweather. I want to say this. Honestly, at the beginning, I'm like, yo, this interview is shit. You know, I mean, Floyd talking about himself, like, it was like, yo, okay, I'm very bored. Shout out to you. You're a great person, but I'm very bored. But then he drops a bomb. I'm like, oh, Floyd, look, Floyd's going to drop a bomb on you. You're going to have just be patient and sit there and listen to what he has to say. Something's going to come out. I'm going to tell you this. He was alluding to Errol Spence being weight drained at 147, saying that he wouldn't even make him fight at 154. And that feels funny, right? Because it just, okay, let me tell you how I'm looking at this, what he said. He's a very brilliant man, okay? And Floyd's always looking down the line. I think it feels like he doesn't want to put all his eggs on Errol Spence beating Terrence Crawford at 154. Because what if Terrence Crawford beat the hell out of him at 154 the way he did 147? That ruins Canelo Alvarez versus Spence. I think he's kind of like, yeah, I mean, just take that L and let's move on, okay? You're not better than Terrence Crawford, at least not at 147. We can write that off and say you weren't yourself and then go to middleweight. I think that's what he's, because look, Canelo Alvarez versus Spence will be money, I mean big time money, as long as Errol Spence keeps winning. Errol Spence, he's been going against what, the PBC's been wanting. They wanted him versus Keith one time, Thurman, and they wanted, even Floyd Mayweather said he didn't want Terrence Crawford and Spence to fight each other.
Yeah, I didn't want them to fight. I really.
No? So, he's been going against it. He wanted that Terrence Crawford fight. And like Terrence Crawford said, thank you for making this happen. He knows that the engine was against the fight, but Spence and Terrence Crawford get on the horn, making the fight happen. And thank goodness for the boxing fans and for everybody. Errol Spence, though, is one of those stand-up guys, full of integrity. He wants his get back at 154. Floyd Mayweather, I think Floyd Mayweather's like, you're really a middleweight. And honestly, I agree. I think Errol Spence was weight drained, but I think that takes nothing away from Terrence Crawford and his preparation. And I think Terrence Crawford was so good that night, it's hard for me to quantify how much was it Terrence Crawford just being far superior than Errol Spence and how much was him being weight drained. And it just feels like if Errol Spence, wasn't weight drained and still had his shit together, I'm not sure any version of Errol Spence would have beaten Terrence Crawford that night. And that's just how I feel about it. Either way, we could all just agree to disagree. I want to say this, though. We know Floyd Mayweather would love to set up that Canelo Alvarez versus Errol Spence fight. Even earlier in that interview, he was talking about when he fought Floyd, and Floyd was 22-23, and when he fought Canelo, and Canelo was 22-23. And you saw how Floyd looked against Canelo, right? And how Floyd just dominated Canelo. What he was saying was him against Spence was closer than him versus Canelo the whole time, weaving this connection between Spence and Canelo Alvarez. Floyd Mayweather, brilliant man. Now it's up to Errol Spence, though, to either follow the plan or beat Terrence Crawford at 154. Let me know how you all feel in the comments below. But I'll tell you what, you weren't fooling anybody here, Floyd. Floyd, you're a brilliant man, fantastic person when it comes to the sport of boxing. Definitely know your shit. Definitely a businessman. I love to see how the future unfolds. But Spence, wasn't that rematch clause. Y'all know when they signed that fight, they were going to have two of them. So it is what it is. Let's see if Errol Spence beats Terrence Crawford. If not, just like Wilder not being better than Tyson Fury, we just got to live with the fact that Spence isn't better than Terrence Crawford, but maybe Errol Spence could beat everybody else. Let me know how you feel in the comments below. ShowBizz adult. I'm out.